So I spent most of my mission in Pohnpei, but I spent about 5 months in Guam. I served in the northern part of Guam there, and there was one point where one time we took a recent convert out teaching with us, and just on our way back, then we asked, "Hey, is there anyone you know that we could teach?" And I'm glad we asked, because he said, "Oh yeah, actually, I was talking to my cousin about our church, and she wants to come to church." It's like, okay, well, let's go talk to your cousin. Like, this is going to happen. They actually lived really close together. And so we went and we started teaching his cousin. And we had a fine first lesson. I mean, she was interested, and we told her she should come to church. And the next lesson, then one of her friends was there. And these girls were, I mean, they were both about 12. But their parents were fine with us teaching them, just kind of whatever. So we taught them, and then the next time we went, then the friend's younger sister was there. And so we taught them a couple of times, and they all got Book of Mormons, and then the next time we went, then her mom was there. And the time we went after that, then her friend said, "Hey, you should come over to my house. It's just right over that way." I mean, they didn't live in particularly nice housing. It was like kind of tin housing. It wasn't great, but there was just another house just along the way there, and she's like, "You should come over to my house, teach my family." It's like, very well then, I guess we can do that. So we started teaching 2 lessons, one to one family, one to the other, and we started teaching the mom of the other family, and everyone kind of started to progress. It took a long time. We actually found out that the daughter of that second family that we went to visit was a member, and to kind of help her get a better shot in life, it was an interesting scenario. But there was a member family that had actually ended up adopting her, and they were in the military, and she was just gonna have a better shot at life, getting out of Guam, I guess, and getting on her way to do that. But we started teaching her family. And it came really slowly, a little bit at a time. The mom had all sorts of preconceived things about Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon and all that. But as we started to teach them, then we noticed that they were all reading their Book of Mormon really well, doing a really good job reading. And so we asked, "Hey, how long do you guys read the Book of Mormon? Like, how far have you gotten?" And one of the daughters, who was like 9, she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm like halfway through Second Nephi." I'm like, okay, I have problems getting to Second Nephi. Like, that's pretty good. Keep going. And the mom was in like Alma, and we found out that this mom, they live off food stamps basically there. So she has a lot of free time on her hands, and she'll just read the Book of Mormon 5, 6, 7 hours a day, and read until way in the night. I mean, the mom was telling us, she was like, "Yeah, I was reading the other night, and my daughter came out. I was like, 'Hey, Mom, do you know what time it is? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Why are you still reading that?'" So she said, it was really funny. So she was like, "So I put away my Book of Mormon, and I get out the Bible you gave me, and I start reading the Bible." And I mean, it's just funny. They just start cruising through the standard works and the pamphlets we give them, and started coming to church. They're doing really, really well. And so just one by one, almost in the order we had started teaching them, we started baptizing this family, both families. And we got about 6 people baptized in total there. And the mom had such a powerful testimony about the Book of Mormon. She would just tell us again and again that this book is my friend. This book tells me what I need to do. This book brings light into my life. I mean, she couldn't say enough good about the Book of Mormon. After my companion and I had been transferred out of the area, there was kind of a disagreement with the bishop and whatever, and they stopped going to church for a little while. That made me kind of down, just to watch something that had been happening so well kind of regress a little bit. But I still had faith on them up to the time where I left my mission. Then they hadn't really gone back to church. And And then just recently, just last week or the week before, then I was able to Facebook message one of the daughters whom we had baptized. And she's like 20. She's one of the only ones who has Facebook over there, of that family. So I just asked how everyone was doing, and she gave me some of the best news. She said, well, I'm staying really busy. Between church and institute and YSA activities and teaching with the sister missionaries, I'm staying really busy, actually. And that blew me away. This girl did not want to be baptized because she was going to be in front of people. She was so shy. She did not want to bear her testimony, just not comfortable in front of people. And now she's going out with the sister missionaries who are now in that area. And she's teaching people, and she has got an interview to get her patriarchal blessing, and there's just so much good happening from that family. But that was another long process to get there, watch them regress, and then watch them come back. There's nothing better.